Hi, dear friends. Welcome to this episode of Tax Series Tax Free Benefits. In the earlier episodes, we have discussed where the employer owns the car or hire the car and provide to employee how the perquisite value will be determined. Today, we are covering a different angle of the same issue. If you are owning a car and your employer allow the use of that car for the official purposes and employer reimburse the expenses of running of your car, then in such situation, whether there will be a perquisite value in your case. So let us go to first scenario. You are using your own car wholly for the official purposes and your employer is incurring, paying or reimbursing the expenses incurred by you for running and maintenance of the car, then be happy. There will be no perquisite value, no tax liability in your case. There will be second scenario where the car owned by you, the expenses of running and maintenance are reimbursed by your employer, but the car is partly used for official purposes and partly for personal purposes. In such a case, if the car has an engine capacity up to 1.6 liters and you are not using any driver, whatever expenses your employer is reimbursing or paying for running and maintenance of the car, out of which rupees 1,800, if the driver has not been provided, will be reduced and balance will be treated as perquisite value per month. And if you're using the driver and your employer allowed the use of the driver, in that case, additional 900 rupees will be reduced. It means whatever expenses have been incurred by the employer on running and maintenance of your car, or you incur the expenses and employer has reimbursed you, then total, including the driver, rupees 2,700 will be reduced from such expenditure and balance will be perquisite value in your hand. If the car is a bigger car, your car, and you're using for official purposes, the engine capacity exceeds 1.6 liters, then in such case, if there is no driver used for running of the car, then the perquisite value will be actual expenses then incurred by the employer are paid to you against your expenditure reimbursement, out of which 2,400 will be reduced and balance will be perquisite value. But if the driver is also used, then out of the expenses reimbursed or incurred by your employer on your car, rupees 3,300 will be reduced and the balance amount will be perquisite value. But you have to remember one thing, where you are claiming that your car has been exclusively used for the official purposes, then in such case your employer is required to maintain the complete detail and certify such details. There will be a second situation where we discuss that if the expenses of your car are reimbursed by your employer, a question may come to your mind that the actual portion of the use of the car for official purposes is more than what the deduction has been allowed. In such case, you can claim proportionate deductions from the actual expenses incurred to reduce your tax liability. But in that case also, the employer has to maintain the complete detail and certify such details. Hope you are clear about the provisions of using your own car wholly or partly for official purposes and the determination of perquisite value for the purpose of taxation in your case. Keep watching our tax-rich, tax-free benefits for more such information. Thank you.